All right, so we're joined from Cleveland, Mississippi, Delta State University by my man, Avis Neal, the man for admissions counseling, Madison County Schools. And we're recording this for our friends at Madison Central, Ridgeland, and Germantown High Schools, and for our YouTube channel. So he's always got some good information for us about the Statesman and Okra. And he's going to tell us all about what Delta State has to offer. And I'm a huge fan. Both of my parents graduated from Delta State, so it's a great place.
Good morning. Good morning. So if you allow me to share my screen and have a
go
little
ahead.
presentation to show. Can you see it?
I do.
All righty. So if you already know, Delta State is actually located in Cleveland, Mississippi. We're going to start with our admission requirements. You have to need a 16 on the ACT with a 2.5 GPA or an 18 on the ACT with a 2.0 GPA. Also, if you have a 3.2 GPA, we don't look at your ACT for admission purposes. Tuition. Tuition is $8,435 a year, which makes us one of the most affordable colleges in the state of Mississippi. So that's something to always keep in mind when it's time to choose where you want to, how much, where you want to go and how you're going to pay for it and things like that. The Delta State is one of the most affordable colleges in the state of Mississippi. We have over 16 different academic scholarship opportunities and over 40 alumni foundation scholarship opportunities as well. Academic scholarships actually start at a 20 on the ACT with a 3.0 GPA. Academics, we have a lot of academic programs that's very unique to Delta State. So we are the only school in the state of Mississippi with an aviation program.
Yeah, and with that aviation program, I know that they're really trying to get some more minorities involved in that. That's been a national trend to try to increase the females and the minorities in aviation.
Yeah, that's one of our goals, and like I said, we are the only school in the state. So if you're thinking about flying or thinking about anything within that aviation realm, Delta State is the spot for you.
That's awesome.
Business, we have offer all different types of majors in our business department, from healthcare administration, from general business, entrepreneurship, finance, accounting, all those different majors fall under our business department. As you see George Abney here, the CEO of UPS, he actually obtained his bachelor's degree at Delta State University. So he comes back and gives all different types of internships for undergraduate students and things like that. So that's a big thing too. Education. If anybody's thinking about education, Delta State actually started as a teacher's college in 1924. So our education department is fairly strong. All of our majors on our campus are very close-knit and very hands-on. So if you're thinking about becoming a teacher, Delta State is most definitely the spot for you. Every person I know they graduated with an education degree, they were all offered a job basically before they graduated. So like I said, they're very sought out for, and it's a very solid program. Art. We have digital media arts, sculpting, painting, graphic design, and animation. We are the only school in the state of Mississippi with an animation program as well.
Wow.
So if you're thinking about gaming and designing and things like that, we have that right here on our campus.
Yeah, and we have multimedia academies on campus at Madison Central and here at Velma Jackson. So that'd be a great partnership. And they also have a great partnership with the Hines Community College, the media as well. So if they want to go into that, that's a great one to look into.
Yes, we have two different music departments on campus. So we have the DMI and we have the general music department. So with the DMI is basically our basically the business side of music. So if you want to write music, produce music, you want to all of that music engineering and things like that, that's all in our DMI department. So we have 3 different studios on campus where students can actually go in, record songs. Actually, people from the community can come in and record songs as well too. So in our music department, we actually have that's music education, instrumental music, vocal performance, and keyboard and instrumental music. So if you want to be like a choir director, band director, or things like that, that'll fall in our music, in our general music department. Nursing, we are one of the top nursing programs in the state of Mississippi. We actually just received a grant to expand the nursing department.
Wow.
So we have mannequins in there, as you see, is one of the mannequins on the screen. They do everything you can do basically except walk. So they have babies. You can give them IVs. You can draw blood from them. They can die. You can just basically everything you can do, like I said, except walk. So with that technology we already have now, there's no telling what our department will have in the future with the extra monies and things like that.
Awesome.
Student life. We have over 100 different organizations on campus. From fraternities, sororities, we have the whole Divine Nine. We have the NPC and the IFC as well. We have professional groups, honor societies, intramural sports, performing groups, political and action groups, religious groups, and volunteer opportunities. Within all of those organizations, we make it our best to make sure that every student on campus has something to be a part of, make sure that they feel a part of Delta State, and that we keep that family orientation on campus going, which is what we highly thrive to do. So our motto is join in and stand out. So if you never join in, you possibly will never stand out. So that's why it's important that you make sure you get involved on campus, no matter what school you go to, is to get involved on campus so you can make sure you enjoy your college experience.
Absolutely.
And this is just a picture of different organizations enjoying homecoming on last year. We also just added an arcade room on our third floor of the student union.
Awesome.
We have 2 pool tables in there, foosball table, ping pong, air hockey, board games, 2 TVs where students can actually bring their gaming consoles in. They can bring it in, they can play a little game there. We have basketball hoop in there as well.
Oh, wow.
Just another hangout spot for students to hang out and relax. This is just a picture of a pep rally and football games and our homecoming events. We actually have pig picking on tomorrow. So it's a big tailgating event that we have going before our first home football game. So on Friday nights, we have like a little DJ in our Statesman park. We tailgate, we enjoy ourselves for pig picking.
That's awesome.
You know, homecoming is basically the same thing as just during the homecoming. So. Once you get registered for class, you get this thing called the Okra Card. But then on that Okra Card, you basically use it for everything that you interact with on campus. So with the Okra Card, you have access to all our campus events, whether it's in the fall or the spring. So we have a fall carnival, a spring carnival, a crawfish boil, a barbecue, or all different types of free foods and other things that students can be a part of. We use that card also to get into all athletic events. So it's free to get into football games, basketball games, baseball, softball, swimming and diving, golf, tennis, whatever sport you that you want to be a part to watch, you can use that card and you have access to the game for free. The card also gets you into the student gym, our fitness center, so you can use that as well. We have different dining options in our student union. We have a Starbucks, a Firehouse Subs, Burrito Bowl, and a Chick-fil-A. We also have the Grid in there as well, which is like a convenience store on our campus.
Yeah, and a huge cafeteria too on top of that.
Oh yeah. So we have in the student union is where you'll use your flex bucks to purchase the Firehouse Subs, the Chick-fil-A, the Burrito Bowl, or the Starbucks.
Awesome.
And this is just an overview picture of our dining hall, where you have all you can eat buffet. On Wednesdays, we have fried chicken Wednesday, and on Fridays, we have catfish Friday. Wow. So like I said, it's all you can eat.
You gotta have the catfish in the Delta now.
That's right. So we have a grill section where they have burgers and fries as well, a dessert section, a nice salad bar. On Wednesdays and Fridays, dining hall is pretty packed, even with students and community users. So it's pretty good food.
Yeah.
For anyone that might have a question, they can y'all can always give us a call at 662-846-4020 or email us at admissions@deltastate.edu. Or you can also visit our website, which is gotodsu.net. On that website is actually where you can find all of our scholarship information. You can apply, you can book an on-campus or virtual tour, which I highly recommend you come for on-campus tour. Within an on-campus tour, you can actually sit down with the academic department that you're interested in, and they will actually give you the ins and outs of what each department has to offer. They'll be able to tell you more than what I can tell you. So that's when you come in and you experience that, and you also maybe can experience our dining hall as well. So I highly recommend a campus tour. In at Delta State, we would like for y'all to join in, stand out.
Awesome. And that was some great pictures. But I did have a couple of things I wanted to talk about before I'll take some questions from the students. Is one thing you highlighted there, and I think it's important to realize, is that Delta State is one of the more racially diverse campuses in the country. So it would, if somebody, you're kind of iffy on wanting the whole HBCU environment, the Divine Nine is huge there. There's a large Black Student Association. And then also, if you wanted to do the whole, the international thing, they got a great international population as well. So I think that with the family atmosphere, talk a little bit more about that, because it really is a melting pot of so many cultures right there in the Delta.
So with that being said, we do have the whole Divine Nine. I'm a part of a fraternity as well. I'm a member of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and we just make sure that everybody, basically what you said, make sure everybody feels included, no matter the race, gender, sexuality, none of that. So we always make sure everybody's inclusive into what's going on. We have all different types of events for certain groups of people, and it's not. Those events aren't just for those certain groups of people. Everybody's always invited. Everybody always feels included to whatever we may have on campus. So you can feel free to go to wherever you feel need, wherever you see fit for yourself. So, and it's also another way we also make sure students get involved is if you feel like you don't fit into one of those organizations that we already have, we have an opportunity for students to start their own organization. So Delta State actually, you present that organization to the student life department. They'll give you funds to start that organization. So, like I said, if you don't see fit for an organization that you might want to join, you can always start your own.
That's awesome. Now, one thing we didn't really mention, and I think it's a great selling point for Delta State, is that you have the university experience, but you don't have 20,000 students. It is a close-knit group, and you can still get a great university experience, but you're not going to be overwhelmed by the class size. So if somebody thinks they would learn better in a class that would have 20, 15 people in it, what's the class size at Delta State as compared to some of the larger state universities?
So our student to teacher ratio is 13-1.
Wow.
Which gives you that very personal relationship between the student and the professor. The professors will be the ones to write those recommendation letters when it's time for you to get a job and things like that. So people can tell when a recommendation letter is personal or if it's like scripted or whatever. So Delta State will be able to give you those personal recommendation letters from those professors. Because of the small class size. And also you might need that extra attention, or you might need the extra help. And it's always easy to get at Delta State because professors are so willing to be, they're more accessible at Delta State than
that's awesome.
A bigger college.
Now, also when people are coming in out of high school as a freshman and they're looking at some of the scholarships available, what is the baseline for ACT as far as the awarding of the scholarships based on ACT scores?
A 20 on the ACT with a 3.0 GPA.
And that's what gets your foot in the door just to start being eligible for the academic scholarships.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Because all of our juniors are taking the ACT in Madison County Schools on October 18th. I know they're sick of us talking about it, but we just cannot stress that enough because, 20 on the ACT, that's lower than some other universities. So that would be a great way to really get save yourself a lot of money coming in out of high school. And the last thing I wanted to ask before I get to the students' questions is if somebody wants to go to community college first, what type of relationship does Delta State have as far as transfer students if they wanted to do 2 years at community college and then transfer into some of your programs?
So we actually do offer scholarships for transfers as well. So we have this thing called PTK where students go to community college and they get inducted into PTK. We offer 100% tuition off of your 100% tuition if you're inducted. Now, scholarships are limited. So, I mean, it's not everybody doesn't get the PTK scholarship, but that is an opportunity for students. We also offer transfer scholarships as well within. So you have 50% scholarship and 25%. So majority of all the classes, all the credits you receive at a junior college will transfer to Delta State University. So the pipeline from junior college to Delta State will be fairly easy and could be highly recommended for some students. So
awesome. Yeah. And again, I think it's important to know that, and we've heard every group say about the PTK, if you want to do the community college route, really get your grades up. I think usually the PTKs are 3.5. So even if you don't have the strongest ACT score, you can go to the community college and still be able to transfer to a great school like Delta State. And again, I'm a huge supporter. And also we didn't really talk about that performing arts center you guys have there on campus is one of the most unbelievable facilities in the state. So people in the performing arts, I know we have a great performing arts here at Velma Jackson, but Madison Central, Germantown, Ridgeland as well. If they want to continue that scholarship at the Bologna Performing Arts Center, that is one of the finest places to perform in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of that. But I do have a few questions from the students. And they're all juniors here, so they still got a little while to figure it out, but we're getting some great information for them. This is Deshauna Woodard. She's asking about the nursing program, which we did briefly mention, but she's asking what type of areas would they be able to do clinicals in the Delta area?
So we have lots of different nursing homes around the Delta area. We also have a hospital in Cleveland where people actually go to. Sometimes it depends on where you're from. They also let people go back home and do their clinicals.
Wow.
So you have opportunities.
Now this is a great question, and you hadn't even talked about this, but I love hearing your story on this. This is Ashley Stanford, and she asked if you had a chance to go somewhere else besides Delta State, would you change that?
No,
because
I would not.
You said yourself it wasn't your first choice.
I would not change it now, but I did. But it was not my first choice. My first choice was Southern Miss because I wanted to get my athletic training degree. But I came to Delta State and they took the program while I was here. But I don't regret coming to Delta State at all. It made me grow and things like that. Like I'm now the assistant director for recruitment and admissions. So that means, like I said, they gave me opportunities where I probably wouldn't have anywhere else.
Yeah.
So and those basically come from those professors and those recommendation letters from people already on campus because I built those connections while I was in undergrad. So I wouldn't go anywhere else if I had an opportunity.
That's awesome. Yeah. And like I said, I've spent time on campus. I referee there sometimes, and it really is just a great atmosphere. And it's a walkable campus. So you don't even need a car. Everything on campus is right there. There's still everything you need is, the union, the gym, they're all right in the middle of campus. So they're very easy to find and very easy to get to. So it's not a place you'd be burning gas if you didn't want to. This is Alexander Williams. And he asked if I came to Delta State, what would make it stand out from other colleges?
Their family atmosphere. You'll feel it once you come, even if you come on a tour, you'll feel the atmosphere. We're just close knit around here. Everybody knows everybody, and it's a great place. It's a great place to be. I'm from Cleveland.
Cool.
And my mom used to have to call me and ask me, "Hey, you around? Where you at?" Like I never went back home. So it was like it's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, and just from personal experience, both of my parents graduated from Delta State, and they're still in contact with so many alumni
Yep.
because they just, like you said, they made that connection. And my dad was actually a junior college transfer. He went to Pearl River Community College and then transferred to Delta State, and he still has those connections with Delta State. And he says now the football atmosphere is some of the best he's seen, even at a Division II level. And he actually went to the West Florida game that Delta State had against West Florida
Last week.
just this past week. So he's a big supporter, and it echoes the exact same things you say about the family atmosphere. Just got one more from the students, and this is little Roger Harris. And he asked, when is the best time to schedule a campus visit?
I would suggest you come on a Wednesday or a Friday.
Okay.
So anytime basically. But if you want a specific day, Wednesday or Friday, just so you can get that chicken Wednesday or that fried chicken or that catfish Friday.
Hey, awesome. Well, again, Avis Neal, Delta State University, we thank you so much for joining us. For everybody in Madison County Schools, this is your man right here. I really encourage all of you looking at Delta State. Great programs, great atmosphere, and not too far from home. So, as always, go Statesman, go Okra, and thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank y'all.
Talk to you soon, my friend.
All right.